Alright, Teague here. Everything I Wanted, Billie Eilish. Subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'm going to teach a few different ways to play the piece, and I'm also going to I've started a series on playing and singing, so I'm going to do that too. So be sure again to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you know when that's posted. So essentially this tune, let's jump right in. There's not guitar in the song, so we could do a number of things. What I'm trying to do, what I just played you there, was basically the keyboard part being played on guitar. But we could just play a D chord, an E chord, E major, and then C sharp minor. Those three chords would make up the whole song. That's really what's happening through the entire piece. But if you'll notice, if you listen to the record, it's played on a keyboard and there's this melody that goes... and that continues through. So what I'm doing is basically trying to incorporate that melody on top of the chords. And so basically the keyboard part the best that we can. Okay, let's jump in. So what I'm doing, because that melody starts on a C sharp and the chord is a D, I'm playing a D chord with a C sharp on the top, which actually makes the chord D major 7th. So what this looks like, you know this, you probably know your open C chord. It's basically taking this open C chord, it's moving it up a whole step. However, we're going to play this F sharp and a D with our 3rd and 4th finger. So we have our pinky on the 5th fret of your A string, you have the 3rd finger on the 4th fret of your 4th string. So it gives us a D and an F sharp. Then our 1st finger is going to play the A, 2nd fret of your 3rd string, and the C sharp, 2nd fret of your 2nd string. It'll play, it kind of bars across. You can actually hit this F sharp too. However, in the keyboard part, we don't hear that F sharp, so I'm only strumming 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm not hitting that 1st string because we don't hear that F sharp. That C sharp is that melody. So, 1st finger's barred on the 2nd fret, strings 2 and 3. And then I have this F sharp on the 4th fret, my 4th string, and my pinky on the 5th fret of my 5th string. And I'm strumming 5, 4, 3, 2. Then I'm coming back and hitting this A on the 3rd string. The timing is like 1 E and it's like a dotted 8th note with a 16th. Again, don't be overly concerned with that, but 1 E and a 2. And then on the and of 2, we're going to play this open E chord. You probably know your open E chord. 1st finger on the 1st fret of your 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of your 5th string, and your 3rd finger right underneath it, 2nd fret of your 4th string. Now, I can play all 6 strings again, however, that melody, remember how we said it went... Well, this B that I'm playing here is the same as the open B, so I could have went... So, I'm only going to strum to that 2nd string because of that B. So I have... Right, so here, see what we hear? We hear the C sharp A. We hear that keyboard part. 1 E and a 2 E and. Then we're going to go to, the chord is basically a C sharp minor chord, which is like your A minor chord but moved up 2 whole steps. However, because we don't hear this E, and I'm trying to continue with that right hand keyboard part, I'm actually just going to play a power chord. So I have my C sharp on my 4th fret. Again, remember I don't have a 3rd fret dot here. Hopefully that's not confusing anybody. I have my 1st finger on the 4th fret of my 5th string. 1st finger on the 4th fret of my 5th string for a C sharp, and then my 3rd finger is on the 6th fret of my 4th string for a G sharp. Gives us a C sharp power chord. And then we'll drop the pinky in right underneath it to give it that melody. So we'll hit the 2 strings for the power chord, 4 and 5. Hit the C sharp on the 6th fret of your 3rd string. And that's going to give us the same 3 E and F4, same rhythm. And then I'm going to come back to that D I started on. However, this time I don't need the C sharp because that melody is going to A this time. So I have, it's a bit of a trick to get that hand position back there, but again, it gives us that melody. So all together now, we're basically going... Neat. And rhythmically, 1E and a 2E and 1E and a 2E and sorry, went blank. So actually, I guess this would be 1E and a 2E and, because that's the next measure. So 1E and a 2E and we're holding that. And then we're going to put this right on, I believe it'll be right on beat 4, 4E and a 1. And that's that little keyboard part run up. We're just going A, second fret of your third string. I'm hammering the B on the 4th fret. You could pick it, but it's pretty smooth, it's pretty legato, so I'm going to slur it to make it legato. So I'm hammering, second fret to my 4th fret. I don't pick it, I just pick the first note, hammer that in. Then C sharp, second fret of your second string, hammer in the D, which would be the 3rd fret of that string. Sorry. And that's going to be 4E and 4E and 1E and a 2. So then we have to get back very quickly to that chord, which it's pretty awkward. That part's the same. Here's the ending. Power chord again. C sharp again, same rhythm. And this time I'm coming back to the D chord, but the F sharp is that bottom melody note. So I'm only playing D and F sharp, 4th fret of my 4th string, 5th fret of my 5th string. So again, it's that D chord, but I'm playing it just with 1 and 2 instead of my 3 and 4 like I did before. So all together. Isn't that neat? Now that continues, so ideally we would sing over that. And like I said, subscribe if you like what you see. Turn on your notifications because I'm going to do other parts of this song, and I'm going to also talk about playing and singing, so that we learn that melody, I had a dream, has these 4 notes falling from C sharp, just going down the scale. I had a dream. So that's going to go, I had a dream. Anyway, I'm going to talk about learning to play and sing. And again, we could just do the D, the E, the C sharp minor. You could play the whole song like that too, but this is kind of neat. We're kind of incorporating that keyboard part and that melody into the song. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Again, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when I do the next part of this. And I think I'm going to do a cover of it, I think. We'll see. I say that and then I don't sometimes. And musiclearning.com is the site. TripTues is my group. And thanks again for watching.